Well, there's a special event a week from tomorrow to call attention to speaking up. It's called Stop the Violence.
That's correct.
Right, Stop the Violence. It's a 3-on-3 basketball tournament, and it's a fun event, but it's got a serious message. And joining us in the studio is the police chief of Flint, James Tolbert, also the mother of a crime victim, Precious Carlton. Good morning and welcome to both of you. Let's start with you, Precious. We mentioned you are the mother of a crime victim. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Well, my son was, he was a victim of gun violence here in Flint, and he was murdered August 5th of 2013, and we have yet to find the suspect that committed the crime. And so I'm just here just wanting to let people know to
there he is.
Speak up and speak out, and you know, be heard, and let everyone know, you know, who did this. And because it's our community, it's our streets.
Ashton Hall was his name.
Ashton Hall is my son, yes.
Now, playing off that, Chief, you know, the event that's coming up a week from tomorrow is to really call attention to people speaking up. React to that.
Yeah, what we want to do, you know, it's always a culture that no one wants to talk to the police. And what we want to do is we have this 3-on-3 basketball tournament. My good friend, Chief Ray Hall from U of M Flint Police, he does all the heavy lifting, but what he's put together and what he's put together for the last 2 years is we get kids together from the young kids all the way up to the 20s, and we have them sign a pledge saying that if they see something, they'll say something. And that's all you have to do to enter. And we're going to have T-shirts, the team's trophies, come out, and you interact with the police too. We'll be there. We'll be playing with the kids. And what's important is it's an interaction with the police that's not a bad interaction. So many of our kids have bad interactions in these, where you see things portrayed now in the media that it looks like the police are really bad, but the police are just good guys too. And this is what we're trying to do with this event.
We know you're doing a good job, Chief. And we want to talk more about this event. It's we mentioned a week from Saturday, but stick around. We'll talk to you in our next half hour. Well, there's a special event a week from tomorrow in downtown Flint. It's called Stop the Silence. It's a 3-on-3 basketball tournament with a serious message. Joining us in the studio is the police chief of Flint, James Tolbert. Also, Precious Carlton. She is the mother of a crime victim. Welcome to both of you. Precious, let's start with you. Your son's name was Ashton Hall. What happened?
He was murdered on August 5th of 2013, and we're just asking that someone come up and speak out, and if they know anything, you know, let it be known, because our streets, you know, we need people to come out and speak up.
I think we have a picture of Ashton Hall here, and one of the reasons, Chief, that you're doing this tournament a week from tomorrow is for using that almost as an example for people to speak up. Explain that.
Absolutely, and just talking with Precious, you know, in the circumstances, you know, there were multiple people at the scene, although that resulted in 0 tips. Obviously, what we want to be able to do, hopefully we don't want the crime to occur at all, but if the crime occurs, we want people to be able to step up and report that information, give it to the police so that we can investigate the crime. Obviously, you know, when we talk about giving that information, people are leery, and there's many avenues you can do it. You can do it through 1-800-SPEAK-UP and remain anonymous, but we need to get the information.
There's the tournament, Stop the Silence. It'll be next week in downtown Flint. Why, you know, it used to be called snitching. Why should people speak up?
Well, because it's the right thing to do, number one.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. When you have a mother who's grieving and someone obviously performed a horrific act, somebody needs to be held responsible for that. And we as a community have to step up, because if we step up, and maybe this time we step up, that doesn't happen again, because we know that people who commit these type of crimes, it's not everybody doing it, it's just a few. And that's what we have to take care of. We have to take back our communities.
Quickly, if somebody wants to participate in the tournament, what should they do?
They can come to pick up the form at the police department, over at the U of M Police Department. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to be having some friendly competition. Chief Ray Hall and the MSP.
You've got game, Chief. I know you do.
Well, he beat me last year, so
right.
I've got to get some ringers on my team this year.
Well, thank you, Chief, coming in. Our condolences to you, Precious, and hopefully they'll find who did this.
Absolutely.
Again, thank you for both coming in.
Thank you.